The big story today, Rob Parker, is about the NFL. And the owner's proposal has been set forth, and the playoffs are set. It looks like there are sources saying that this is agreed upon. Now they're going from 6 teams in each conference making the playoffs to 7, so 14 of the 32 total. The biggest thing to me in the new playoff proposal is that only the number 1 seed will get a bye. I think that's huge, and I think it's giving too much of an advantage to the top seed. Because the fact of the matter is, in the last 7 Super Bowls, the teams with byes, that means the number 1 or 2 seed, has played in the game. Both teams have had a bye in the last 7 Super Bowls. Both. So that shows you how big of an advantage the bye is. And so now only the first place team is getting that. I think it's huge. We've said it before too. The New England Patriots, for all their greatness, have never won a Super Bowl. Not one of their 6 Super Bowls came in a year where they didn't have the bye. So that's what's bothersome to me. But there's something that's even more bothersome. And the owners, in addition to this playoff change, they want 17 regular season games instead of 16, which it is right now. And I believe this, throwing it out that you're going to add an extra team in each conference to the playoffs, meaning that another team has an opportunity to make more money because you get playoff money. And they're selling the players on, hey, a 17th game, you get more money. Now you're capped for that 17th game at $250,000. But still, they're telling the players you get more money. Because some players, if they're not making a ton, that's a lot of extra money. Here's what I say about the 17th game, Rob Parker. Hogwash. Don't tell me you care about the safety of the players when you're pushing for a 17th game. And that's nothing new. You and I have said that before. Here is something new. Fans seem to love this. Fans seem to love the 17th game, love the extra playoff game. And I say to the fans, you must not care about player safety either, because football is a treacherous sport. Brian Westbrook, I said he was on the show with us today. He was like, I know how I feel in those last few weeks of the season. The last thing I need is another game. And here's the thing you fans need to think about. The quality of play diminishing because your body taking even more pounding, even more punishment. You're even more sore. That's not to mention star players that might get injured not playing in the playoffs. So you could potentially play 2 more games, the 17th game and then an extra playoff game. And at some point, it's going to take a toll on your body. And maybe, just maybe, later in the season, in the playoffs, you don't have these players playing at their maximum ability because they're just worn down.
Hard to argue. Hard to argue with that. We've been talking about this, and we've been over this time and time again. And I just, the obsession with putting out more games. The NFL's perfect the way it is, 16. Chris, I remember when it was 12. Games,
yep,
and now it was 12
5
games.
more. That's basically another season or another half season.
It used to be that, and 12 games was all right. I was cool with it. Do you know what I mean? And now it's just, why? What did somebody say something's wrong with the game? And
you know what it is?
It's just money. It's greed. It's
That's
a money grab. What?
Billionaires want more money.
Who's clamoring for more games?
Well, I think the fans want more.
Well, it's funny because you want to go check the XFL ratings for week 2, Chris?
Well, that's the XFL.
No, I'm just saying. Every year it's always
you don't think the fans want more?
I don't remember people asking for more games. I don't. Maybe I'm out of the loop, Chris. No one's ever said to me, oh, wouldn't it be great if there was a 17th? I just don't. I don't get that. No one said that.
Nobody said that. But by the fans' response to this proposal, they seem to want more games. And look, we love football in this country. I love football in this country. But I played for, and look, let me clarify. I'm not saying I played at some super high level. Didn't play in college, played in high school. But I know how I felt later in the season as the season went on. I'm not built like these guys, but still they're getting hit harder. You know, they're playing longer. They're playing more too. So I think anybody wanting more games, let's just stop all the safety talk. Because you really don't care. Because if you really understood the dangers of this game and really cared about the player's safety, you wouldn't be wanting them to play more games just because we want to watch it or just because a billionaire wants more money. That's all it is. It's billionaires wanting more money. And the players, Rob, here's the thing. They got to be smart about this. It looks like they may just accept this because, we get a little more money for the 17th game.
And not even equal money.
And then we get a playoff chance. You know, another chance to make money in the playoffs. No, that's not enough. You better demand health care benefits after retirement. Because we did it. We looked at it before, Rob. You said it before. Tell me about the baseball benefits.
All you got to do is play one game in the major league, and you're qualified for health benefits. That's it. One game, Chris, you make it to the majors. I'm not saying you get full-blown like if you play your 10 years, but you get health benefits. In the NBA, 3 years, what do we say?
You play 3 years.
3 years, right, Isabel? 3 years, and you get full medical coverage up until 65 when you get then blue Medicaid. Which is great for the players.
Right.
But who needs it more than anybody?
Right. Neither of those sports is as demanding physically and strenuous and dangerous as football.
Right.
So they deserve it more than anybody else. And if they go ahead and take a 17th game and don't demand health benefits, they get 5 years right now. So you retire, you gotta wait 5 years before your benefits you become eligible.
And then you only get it for 5 years.
And then it only lasts for 5 years.
And what's the average years in the NFL are what, 3.5 years, right? Yep. So imagine that. You get out of school, 22, you're 26 years old. You got to wait 5 years, you're 31, right? And then
you only get it till you're 36.
Who needs health care? You need health care after that.
A little bit.
Crazy.
And we know, look, I mean, I hate to even bring up CTE like this, but are we talking about CTE in baseball and basketball?
Nope.
Football. So players, don't be stupid. Don't get used. If they want 17 games, make sure you get taken care of.
That's all. They really want this, the owners, so make them work for it. Make them give up something. And even the thing that's crazy, Chris, even the extra money, why is it capped? Why shouldn't you get the full amount you make for the other 16 games? You should make that for one more game. Why is that capped? Yep. Why did they come up with a cap of 250? Are they capping the networks when they pay for the game? No.
Thank you.
They're going to get full money.
I agree with you, man. It's just ridiculous.
And this is about weed, Chris? Are we going about that? The NFL, that, you know how they dangle for the players? We'll relax the weed restriction. Don't you guys want to get high and not get suspended? Really? Is that what we are?
That's darn near racist.
Is that what we are?
Considering 70% of the players are black.
Weed.
We're going to give you weed.
We'll give you weed, and you guys, even though it's all over these states are legal, so many states and whatnot, Chris, and they're going to try to dangle that. That's your enticement?
Is that going to be your health care? When you retired, getting high all the time to ease your pain? Come on.
All right, I'm going to quote one of our friends. Stay off the weed. I mean, seriously, is that's going to move you, Chris? Is that going to move you?
I don't smoke weed. I tried it once or twice in college.
I'm pleading the fifth.
My point is that, and look, I'm saying I get, that they got the medicinal marijuana and all that now. I'm not, maybe that works. I don't know. Players A lot of people swear by it, so that's fine. So, that's all right. But I'm just saying, whatever the case, that's not enough. That's not real health care. All right, you got to get health care. I mean, I want them to get some type of guaranteed contracts. There's no rule against that.
No, we saw.
So fight for that.
Kirk Cousins got it.
Quarterbacks getting them.
Kirk Cousins got 3 years guaranteed.
Yep, and quarterbacks are getting more. The other players' positions aren't really there yet, but I think they need to start fighting for more guaranteed money, but that's not a CBA issue apparently. But a CBA issue is the health benefit. So Rob and I are saying, look, players, we don't like the idea of 17 games, period. Especially when health
but if you're going to do it,
concern.
You better get something out of it and protect yourselves. The owners are dead set on this, so make them give up something. Stop with the weed stuff. Come on, man. That shouldn't be the reason that you sign off on this.
No way. No.
Who was the player who got caught with equal body weight of weed in his car?
That was just yesterday, right?
Who was that? Greg Robinson. It was ridiculous.
We about to throw this out to the callers. I mean, do you guys, be honest, do you really care about player safety? Probably not, but just be honest.
Yeah, do you care or you don't care? You don't care?
You just want bloodlust. 17, 18, 19 games. Football every weekend. We don't care if they fall apart. We want football. Is that where we're at? Maybe it is. Let's just be honest. Do you care about player safety? Should they take this 17-game proposal and run with it? 877-99 on Fox. Let's do it, Rob.
All right, let's start with David in Miami. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, David?
Hey, guys. I love listening to your show, but you guys are totally wrong on this, okay? I care about these players getting hurt. What you should be telling these players is what Mrs. Reagan used to say, just say no. You're not giving them the extra game. In fact, not only do we not want to give you the extra game, we want a game less. And you're only going to give us 250 Gs to play the extra game, so take 250 Gs away from us. 10 years from now, when their brains are fried and crumpled because they played an extra game, what are they going to say? It's greed on both sides, guys. Let them say no.
All right, David.
Okay, so you're not, because it seems like most fans have wanted the 17th game.
Right.
You're not with that.
David's not with it, and I respect that. I have no issue with that. Matt in Seattle, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Matt?
Hey, fellas. How you guys doing today?
Great.
So my opinion is actually the same as the other caller, just not to the same extreme. I don't think there should be a 17th game. Main reason why is because I get nervous when Russell Wilson drops back in the pocket, and I get nervous when he scrambles around. If he gets hurt, that's the end of our season right there. And at the end of the NFL season period, it's all about who's healthiest usually. And if your team plays an extra game, you just risk that injury, and then you risk what could happen potentially in the playoffs as well. So I'm not for the 17th game either, actually.
Yeah,
totally agree.
You're right.
Because you want how many playoffs have we seen in any of the sports ruined because of injuries?
But didn't we see?
And now you got more of a chance for guys to get injured.
They had to go out and get beast mode out of retirement because they were thin at running back, right? Seattle. Yep. Just think about that.
Yep.
So I'm with you. I'm surprised that fans aren't as big. I don't know of anybody who was crying for it, Chris, other than the networks and the owners. Right. Randy in Syracuse, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, Robbie, Chris, love you guys, love your show.
Thank you.
I have to say, you're welcome. I have to say, I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think the 16-game schedule is perfect. You get 4 in September, 4 October, 4 November, 4 December. You got January for the playoffs, and then you go into February Super Bowl, done. That's perfect. This 17-game season is ridiculous. It makes no sense. 16 is nice and sweet, and I do care about player safety, and I say that because I'm a chiropractor. I know the abuse. I understand the spine. I understand what these guys go through on a health level. I've taken care of a lot of football players, not pro players, but people who've played football in the past, and I know the damage that goes on. And in my opinion, these guys should be seeing a chiropractor for the rest of their lives. But I know how damaging it is. So when I see these hits, believe me, I don't like it whatsoever. I just pray that they're taking care of themselves proactively now and after their careers are over. So I don't know. I just think there's too much tinkering. I love the 12 teams that make the playoffs at the end. I love the 16-game schedule. I can't stand games in London. I can't stand games in Mexico City. I just stop doing so much. Just keep it for what it is. It's a pure, beautiful sport, and that's just my opinion.
Hey, Randy,
it fires me up.
Randy, no doubt, good call as well.
Call.
People are passionate. Don't forget this year. He mentioned
he's absolutely right that there's nothing broken about football. We can look at basketball, the NBA, as much as I like it, and say, you know what, the season's too long. And load management is becoming an issue. They got to fix something. We can look at baseball and say not as many people are paying attention to the regular season. The World Series is now going to go into November. It's getting
ridiculous.
Crazy.
You don't have to do all
this. There's things to fix. Football, what's wrong with it?
Nothing. It's perfect the way it is. I just don't get the extra game. I really don't. Mark in Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mark?
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's happening?
What's up, man?
Hey, Chris, first of all, that was well said, your opening monologue, man. That was perfect. I've been listening to this all day. What you said was absolutely perfect. I haven't heard anybody say it that good, and I agree with everything you said.
Appreciate that. Because I know everybody, you usually be hating on me, so I appreciate that.
Oh, look at that.
Well, I know I'm fair. I hate you when you need to be
exactly, which is 75% of the time.
Hey, guys, real quick, I agree with everything you guys said about that. And, yes, these guys can't make 16 games. How are they going to make 17 games? I don't get it. And here's something to think about. And if you think they're not watching other leagues, I guarantee you if this happens, they are going to learn load management. Get ready for it. Here it comes because they can't make 16 games. How are they going to make 17? And I'll give you one more point on this. If the players agree to this, they're stupid because we all need health care. They play football.
Right.
They're stupid. And you guys have a good one.
All right, Mark.
Brian Westbrook, Rob, on First Things First today. We know the great running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. He brought up load management and was like, you should. I said, look, the last thing I want to start seeing is load management. And I said, I think it'd be hard to do because, a Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes can't take off 3 games and necessarily guarantee his team's going to make the playoffs. But he was like, they need to start load managing. Can you imagine, as much as I want to see football, if I turn on Baltimore and Kansas City and Lamar Jackson and Pat Mahomes aren't playing, or even one of them, I'm upset.
Oh, no. I would be worked up big time. And
it would be worse in football, even though that's the most strenuous sport, because they only play so many games. You know what I mean? You only play 16 games. So missing one game of football would be huge for fans.
No doubt about it.